For months, the DJI Pocket 4 has been surrounded by mystery, leaks, and speculation. Early whispers suggested DJI was planning to completely redesign its compact powerhouse, perhaps moving in a bold new direction that would set it apart from the Pocket 3. But now, with new high-resolution images of the Pocket 4 chassis surfacing online, it's clear that DJI has chosen evolution over revolution. Instead of tearing up the blueprints, they've refined them, smoothing, slimming, and enhancing the Pocket's iconic form while introducing some thoughtful upgrades that could make this the most creator-friendly model yet. At first glance, the DJI Pocket 4 looks familiar, but not identical. The chassis clearly builds upon the Pocket 3's design language, yet everything about it feels more deliberate. The edges are softer, the proportions slightly altered, and the overall silhouette gives off a more balanced, refined impression. It's as if DJI has taken all the feedback from users over the past year, analyzed every ergonomic detail, and then quietly re-engineered the camera to make it more fluid in hand and more efficient in use. This is not a redesign meant to shock, it's one meant to perfect. And while the overall body shape may not have changed drastically, there's one detail that instantly catches your eye: the dual camera system. This is the biggest visual and functional shift DJI has ever made to its Pocket lineup. The dual lens design hints at serious creative potential, possibly allowing for multiple focal lengths or improved low-light performance. It's a move that could dramatically expand what's possible for vloggers, filmmakers, and content creators who want versatility in a device small enough to fit in their palm. If DJI manages to pull off true optical zoom or dual sensor switching, the Pocket 4 could become a game-changer in the world of ultra-compact cameras. Adding credibility to all this excitement is the claim from the original leak source: DJI has already entered mass production. That detail suggests the design is finalized and that the launch window is near. It's no longer a prototype or a distant rumor. The DJI Pocket 4 is real, finished, and seemingly ready to go. Looking closer at the leaked chassis, a few standout changes confirm DJI's focus on refining the user experience. Just below the display, there are now two new physical buttons, a small but significant addition. Fans of the series might remember seeing these in the early prototype leaks that surfaced from Barcelona earlier this year. Back then, nobody was sure whether those buttons were placeholders or part of the final design, but it turns out they're here to stay. What they do, however, remains a topic of debate. Speculation is running wild. Some believe the buttons will be directly tied to the dual camera system, possibly enabling instant switching between lenses or focal lengths. Others think they might offer something far simpler, but incredibly useful, like dedicated zoom controls. Early testers who've reportedly had hands-on time with the device have hinted that zooming on the Pocket 4 feels significantly smoother and more intuitive than on previous versions. If true, these new buttons might finally provide the quick zoom in and out shortcuts creators have been asking for, eliminating the need to dig through touch menus or interrupt a shot mid-recording. That kind of quick, tactile control could make a huge difference for creators who rely on speed and precision when filming in unpredictable environments. As for the display, DJI seems to have resisted the temptation to make it bigger just for the sake of marketing. There were early rumors about a 2.5-inch screen, but judging from the chassis, it appears DJI is keeping the 2-inch rotatable display from the Pocket 3. And honestly, that's a smart move. The rotatable screen was one of the Pocket 3's best features, allowing for flexible shooting angles from low to high and quick vlogging setups without external monitors. A larger display might have looked flashier on paper, but would have also meant a chunkier build, and that goes against the very DNA of the Pocket series. Keeping things compact and intuitive is what makes these cameras special, and it looks like DJI understands that balance perfectly. Now, one of the most surprising details in these leaks is the weight reduction. The DJI Pocket 4 reportedly weighs around 116 grams, down from the 180 grams of the Pocket 3. That's not a small difference, it's nearly a third lighter. Considering the addition of a second camera module, that's an impressive engineering feat. A lighter camera means better stability during handheld operation and less fatigue during extended shoots, especially when vlogging or filming cinematic movement shots. DJI seems to have optimized the internal components and possibly reworked the gimbal structure to maintain strength while shedding unnecessary bulk. Interestingly, the camera is said to be slightly taller than its predecessor, but also slimmer and narrower. That subtle redesign likely improves balance and grip, making it easier to hold and operate for long periods. For creators who spend hours shooting travel vlogs, documentaries, or social content, those small ergonomic refinements make a world of difference. It's these quiet, practical upgrades that show DJI isn't just thinking about specs, they're thinking about the daily realities of creation. When you put all of these details together, the DJI Pocket 4 starts to look like much more than a simple refresh. It's a complete refinement of the formula, a version that respects what came before while intelligently addressing nearly every minor flaw. The dual camera system alone adds a layer of versatility that content creators have longed for, while the lighter body, new buttons, and improved handling make it a far more efficient shooting tool. Every change seems to serve a purpose, from faster control to smoother operation. The Pocket 3 was already a massive success among vloggers, travel filmmakers, and anyone who valued portability without sacrificing image quality. Its gimbal stabilization, compact design, and high-quality 4K footage made it a favorite for creators who wanted something more reliable than a smartphone but smaller than a traditional mirrorless setup. The Pocket 4, based on what we've seen so far, looks ready to carry that torch forward, taking everything the Pocket 3 did well and polishing it into something even more capable. DJI's decision to refine rather than completely redesign also makes strategic sense. The Pocket series already has a well-established identity, compact, easy to use, and surprisingly powerful. By preserving that identity while expanding functionality, DJI is essentially saying, we don't need to rebuild the formula, we just need to make it smarter. And that approach could pay off big time, especially in a market where creators crave gear that's efficient, lightweight, and quick to operate. Beyond the physical design, there's plenty of speculation about what's happening under the hood. Many expect a new sensor setup, possibly dual 1-inch sensors or a combination of wide and telephoto lens that use advanced computational blending. Others suggest DJI might introduce improved subject tracking, better low-light processing, and even higher bitrate video options to push the boundaries of image quality. If that's the case, the DJI Pocket 4 could become one of the most flexible all-in-one cameras ever made, capable of handling cinematic projects while remaining small enough to fit in a pocket. In short, while the Pocket 3 was already a dream tool for many creators, the DJI Pocket 4 feels like DJI's way of saying, we've listened, and now we're delivering the perfect version of what you've always wanted. It's not trying to reinvent itself. It's simply becoming the best version of itself. And that's the kind of quiet evolution that tends to define great technology. Not flashy redesigns, but smart, meaningful refinements that make every creator's job just a little easier and every shot just a little smoother.